was supposed to tell this story a minute ago. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Let God's glory, God's mercy be upon you. Let your day fly on the back of God's wings himself. His grace, his mercy, his patience, his long suffering for you to abound in this day. Grateful for the life that he has given you. Grateful for the opportunities and the people that he set before you in this day. We ain't worrying about tomorrow. We're worrying about today and the best that we can do for him, to be used by him, to be guided by him, to navigate this life in the order and the state that he would like us to navigate in. Now, peace and blessings. It's your brother Jehoshaphat Israel early in the morning time. Family, I was supposed to tell this story a minute ago. And your God, he put it on my soul because he wanted me to go over these things. Now, let's go back in the past in the days of iniquity. Now, Naaman was a great soldier of the Syrian army. He was a captain. And in these days, one of the diseases that plagued mankind was leprosy. Leprosy was a disease that would come over your body and it would slowly eat your body away. All your skin would come off of your body. And you would be plagued with all these different sores and slashes on your body that brought you a lot of pain. So then Naaman had a slave girl that was from our lineage. She was a so-called African American. And she told Naaman who he could go to make all the leprosy on his body go away. So Naaman, he packed up a couple of his soldiers and they went to the prophet Elijah. Now, Elijah told Naaman to go bathe in the river of Jordan 7 times and his leprosy would be healed off of his body. That's us in our life, family, because God, he wants to clean us up from the top of our head all the way down to our very feet. But we have to do it in order for the things in life. We have to go up on it just the way that he wants us to. And a lot of things that's in this world that people cling to are unclean. So therefore, it makes your body unclean. And when your body is unclean, you open the way for diseases, sickness, and ailments and infirmities to be placed on your body by the uncleanly nature that we give into. So Naaman, he bathed 7 times. We all have to do this, family. If you want to clean your soul up, if you want to be pure in the eyes of the Lord. And a lot of people in these days, they look at somebody that has a clean soul. They look at somebody that is pure as a sign of weakness. And that is not the case, family. As I live my life and I look at people and how they perceive me, they're looking at a person that has been cleansed by God himself. So I don't have the residue of evil. I don't have the residue of iniquity off my tongue or off on the touch of my actions, family. Now, God, he asks us to clean our own self up, no different than Naaman. Us cleaning ourselves up is stop hanging around the people that are no good in our life. Us taking back the language that we use, because we don't have to be so vulgar in our tongue. Us stepping away from the hard alcohol and being a drunkard person. Us leaving the harsh drugs alone that drive so many different people crazy. Us refraining from having sex knowing that we're not married. Us going about our lives not cheating and stealing from people. Us taking out the evil out of our lives. These 7 steps, these 7 things anybody can do, and it'll purify their very soul. It'll purify their body to be able to stand alone in alignment to the things that God wants us to do. Now, Naaman, he didn't believe, family. He didn't believe, like so many of my brothers, they don't believe that them not having sex with all these different women is going to purify their temple. They don't believe me, family. Your God, he told me, he said, now I tell you to preach and stuff like that, but a lot of people are not going to believe you because it's you. And that's sad, because I'm just a person and I'm in the world and I'm going through things like everybody else. So if any of these messages resonate with you, I just ask that you pass them along to your family, to your loved ones, to the people that mean something to you in your life. If your brother Israel ever says something that will educate you and make you more smarter, my God told me a lot of people wouldn't take the information that I have to give because it's me. And I'm not saddened, I'm not heartened over it, but it's the harsh reality of the world that I'm in, family. So if anything resonates with you, you pass it along to your little brothers. You pass it along to your little sisters in your family to help. Now, anybody can take it upon themselves to clean themselves up, family. Anybody. It's no different than being baptized. We have to clean the things out of ourselves that we do, because I don't know if you know this, but you're assigned demons, family. We call them familiar spirits. You are assigned these familiar spirits, and the more you give into the things in this world that make you uncleanly, that's what makes your unclean spirits more possessive. That's what makes them more stronger in your life, because you give them the power. This week alone, family, I want my brothers and sisters to take it upon themselves to look for their familiar spirits. You know, family, my spiritual antennas has been up. And I know all these things because I've been taught and I've been learned all of these different things. And as I look at my life therein, I look at every single week that I go outside, I just look at who is the devil going to use as a familiar spirit to come against me in my life. And my familiar spirits takes different races. Like last week, when I was in the world, all my familiar spirits, they took the possessions of white people. Every week it changes, family. Every week it changes. When you're, what did your God say? Look for the demons. Look for the devil. Your familiar spirits are all around you, and they're the only ones that you're going to have a real problem with. The only way that you can keep your familiar spirits off of your gates, off of your hills, is to purify yourself by the things that your brother talked to you about. Now, I got to get going, but peace and blessings be to you all. All glory be given to Yah. What's up, Lewis?